I mentioned the value in complaints. And so it talks about this opportunity at the top, and I'll come back to that. But the thing about complaints is they're inherently negative, right? I mean, who wants to sit down and talk about complaints all day, right? Who wants to come to the complaint webinar? That sounds like it might be kind of an unfun experience, because complaints are inherently, they're negative. I mean, who wants to talk about that? And so I'm going to take and try to do a twist on it here today. Complaints are an opportunity. Okay, and I've got a list there on page number 2 of 8 things, and there's others. That's why there's a number 9. But it's an opportunity to stop, to start, to improve, to create, to retrain, to attract. And you could throw all kinds of other words out there, I'm sure, as we were in front of each other in person here today. It's real-time information that gives us an opportunity to do these things. Without the information, we can't have this discussion. And so one of the biggest things from a regulatory standpoint, in addition to all these nice words here we have on the page, is they can be an early indicator. Okay, now, just a couple of months ago, we did another program offering that is our UDAAP, Unfair, Deceptive, or Abusive Acts or Practices webinar. And we did an hour just on all the UDAAP issues that are out there, and it's a growing number. In fact, the CFPB, I just read something the other day, they had put out notice in late 2023 that they were looking at hiring 50 to 75 more enforcement attorneys. And they've got plenty of applicants, it sounds like, and they're starting to go through the training process. Hey, that should put us all on notice that they're going to ramp up their game when it comes to enforcement actions associated with consumer harm by way of UDAAP, which often are brought to their attention through complaints. So this information, the value that's in it, can be an early indicator from a potential unfair, deceptive, or abusive act or practice. It gives us, this is from the FDIC, but appear into the window of the perspective of a reasonable consumer. I'm going to finish very bottom of this page with, I'm going to go back to that information quote. I've said it a couple times, but it's one of the big takeaways in today's program. Without this information, complaints, we can't realize the value associated with them. We can't have the opportunity. We need the information. Your board, your management teams, your business lines, they need information. They can't manage what they don't know. And so if we just take care of something with a customer and make the customer happy, does that mean we've truly resolved the complaint, that we've got to the root cause? Not necessarily. One of the things we need to make sure that our teams understand is that a happy customer doesn't always equate to a fully resolved complaint. Because if somebody's complaining about, let's say, a fee that they were assessed, well, we can reverse the fee. If Amy calls you, she's your client, and she complains about a fee that was assessed to her account, and you simply waive the charge, but don't look into it deeper as to why it was assessed in the first place, in the event that it shouldn't have been assessed, and we just waive it, we make the customer happy. Yes, Amy's happy that she didn't get charged the fee because we waived it. But what if it was assessed and shouldn't have been in the first place? Then there's maybe other customers that could have the same problem down the road, and they may or may not realize it. And so the problem grows, and it can be exponential in those circumstances. So the value in this information, sometimes it can be, hey, if we do a good job here, we may save ourselves a much larger expense down the road. I know back when complaint programs were a tough sell, one of the sales pitches we would use with management and boards and even some of the business lines to get buy-in was, hey, what if we told you that if you implement a thing, we didn't call it a complaint program, we just said, hey, we've got this thing that if you implement it, it's going to bring you real-time information. And we would list out these 8 things here on this page and say, all right, you could stop something you shouldn't be doing. You could start something new. You could retain customers, create new solutions. Every single financial institution that we presented that way said, yeah, we'll sign up, because what we told them is this isn't going to cost you anything up front. And they said, all right, well, what is it? Well, you've got to have a complaint program. Oh, do we really want that? Could it be used against us? No, you're thinking about it the wrong way. We'll bring you back to the top of the page. These are opportunities to do these things, opportunities to get information, to do better. That's where the true value is going to be.